Welcome to the Generations 1.5 version, and you'll notice down this right hand side we have some new toolbars that are all in green, along with 1, 2 and 3 new ones again on this inside right hand toolbar. Now I'm just going to set some preferences to use with the program, so I'm going to go to View, View Preferences. On the Generals toolbar, I'm going to have everything selected except for the Help bar and the Building Block bar. I haven't got the Help bar selected because it takes up a bit more room. You can check that if you want to use it whilst I'm teaching you. Okay, now you have autosave every 15 minutes. My measurements in units are in millimeters. I'm using the Brother Embroidery thread library, and display the thread bar is checked. Ignore group. I'm going to auto-generate after punching and stitch property edit. I'm going to remove compensation in 3D view. Compensation of fabric is 0.40 and play shadow color will be white. In my hoop selections, I'm going to have my machine hoop type. I've double clicked on the 8200 and selected the large 130 by 180 Brother hoop. My original point is set at 250 by 250. My maximum work area is 500 by 500. I'm going to show the hoop, and the hoop center will be 250 by 250. In the canvas settings, I've got my background color set at white, and I just clicked on color and selected white and clicked OK. And the view color is pink, used in the same method to select the pink. My grid color is white, 5 millimeters. I don't have snap to grid selected, and I have no grid showing at the moment. And I'm going to click OK. Now I'll use these settings, apart from I may go to grid settings in other lessons, but mainly these are the settings that I'll use. So I'm just going to click OK. Okay, the first tool we're going to play with is the second one down here, which activates the Freehand Satin Area tool, and it's a satin side by side. So I'm going to select it, and you'll notice we have a property bar menu opened. I'm going to leave the type as area. It could be on some of the other menus you'll get area and line, so I'm going to keep that as area because that is the only selection I have. If I click on color, I get a drop down menu, and I'm just going to change it to green and click OK, and you can see now that I have a green color. Now I'm going to start with a left click and another left click, and I'm just going to keep left clicking along here in sort of a wave type pattern till I get to the other end, and I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to go back to where I started, and I'm now going to do some more left clicks until I get level with the other end, and hit enter and enter again. Now you'll see that I'm going to hit escape to get out of that tool, that I have actually got a satin area. Now some of these areas are a fraction wide, and I'm just going to move that over to the middle. So I'm going to turn off the 3D view for the moment, hit my space bar after having selected it on my stitch sequence menu, and I'm going to go to use feather stitch. Select edit, enable feathering on side A, which is the green side, and I'm going to enable pattern, and I'm going to scroll down until I come to 22, and I'm going to click OK, apply, and OK again. Now I've got, when you 3D view, what looks like grass. So I'm just going to move that down to the bottom. Now I'm going to select the same tool again, and I'm going to do it a little bit different. So I'll select the tool, change the color to pink, click OK. Now I'm going to left click, right click, and left click nearly opposite to where I started and hit my space bar. Now I'm going to start at the top again, close to where I was before, right click, left click and hit my space bar and enter. and escape. Now we need to do a little bit of adjusting here, so I'm going to actually zoom in, turn my 3D view off, and I'm going to, whilst I have it selected on my stitch sequence bar, I'm going to view outline, then I'm going to go into edit mode, and I'm just going to move that closer in to where the others were, and then I can leave that. I'm going to hit enter, escape, and generate. And don't forget your F9 key is the quick generate button. Now I'm going to move my out down to the bottom and generate again. Now I can actually change. See, this is quite straight, but this side's a little bit wonky. So I'm going to view outline, and then I'm going to select the view angle button, and you can see that the angle here is not quite where I want it. So I'm going to drag it across so that it's straight there and straight across there, and I can do the same with the other one on the other side, just so that I make it straight. Hit enter, escape, and generate. Okay, that's looking a lot better. Now I'm going to zoom back out again, just so you can see the actual top of the grass. Now I'm going to select that. I'm going to do a Control C to copy to the clipboard, and a Control V, which will paste another one directly on top. Now I'm going to go to my rotate tool, and I'm going to rotate manually, and I'm going to divide 360, which is the degrees of a circle, by 5, because I want 5 petals to my flower, and I'm going to change that to 72 and click OK. Now I have another petal for my flower. C and V again, and rotate, click OK, and I have another petal for my flower. Control C and Control V, rotate, OK, and I have another petal for my flower. C and V, and rotate, and I have the final 5 petals of my flower. Now I'm just going to bring these in just a little bit.